Hello, happy bros. Hey, you're about to get a face full of the Ken Bozak. He's a mentor. That's what I heard. He's a connector. Oh, yeah. He's a brilliant leader. I've seen it. He's Ken Bozak. Oh, happy bro. You gotta get some Bitcoin and hold it. Happy bros. You gotta get those NFTs and you gotta hodl that stuff. You gotta hodl it. 'Cause I'm Ken bro. We got your Bitcoin, bro. He's an original. Buy some NFTs and hold them. How many times does he have to tell you? Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. 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 Yeah, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Bro, we're going to the moon. Oh yeah, we're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. Real high. Yep. Real high. Hello, happy bros. Come get some Ken Bozak.
All right, we're live. How goes it?
Good day to you, my friends.
Smart Digital Payments, thank you for the $5 super chat. Shout out to Mike, Smart Digital Payments. Yeah, we're together in person again. First, this was in New Jersey at my house. Then we did it in Miami at our hotel.
Sunny Miami.
Fuck Miami. And now we're doing it together here at his studio. So a lot of in-person podcasting coming to you guys live.
Yeah, we're in North Carolina. Come on and raise up.
Yeah, come on, rate us, I guess.
Come and rate us.
Rate us.
We're
Make me
about to Miami.
famous.
Holy shit.
Our guest today, though, we're going to give a chance to introduce himself. Dave, something strange. We got strange BTC. When there's something strange in your NFT, who are you going to hire? Strange BTC. How goes it, bro? Let people know a little bit about you and how you got into crypto, and we can kind of pick things up from there.
Cool. Yeah. Thanks for having me. First of all, my name's Dave. Something Strange was kind of my anonymous NFT handle for a while there because I was just like, what is this? So I just made it all under an anonymous name and picked Something Strange. But yeah, I've been a full-time artist since 2014 and then got into crypto like a little over 2 years ago. And then when I found NFTs back in August, September, and was able to collide the two worlds, it was literally art and crypto were my two favorite things. So when I found out about NFTs, I was just like, are you fucking kidding me? You can just it blew my mind. And coming from being a traditional artist for so long, having to invest in all your supplies and then take the time to create it and then live in my van for a week at a time while I travel around the music festivals hoping to sell something. So it was all of that getting condensed into just making artwork, posting it to the world digitally and having it have all the same properties and stuff just blew my mind to pieces.
It's
that's pretty much
a new era form of streamlining art.
Dude, it's like a Renaissance period. When you look at what was going on and what you think of as the art Renaissance period, it's almost the same parallels but digital, where it just completely flipped the traditional art world on its head, and they were all kind of well, what the fuck? That's not right. That's not art. You can't just do that. Blah blah blah. It's almost the same thing, but a digital Renaissance period.
what we're doing now, as opposed to the art of the Renaissance is all the art that we don't get to see because somebody with a big gun decided to destroy that shit. And NFTs provide an ability for artists to immortalize their art. You know, like I feel like, you know, not to get
make
all
it unburnable.
right. I make it well, even if it's burned, it's still going to be on the blockchain.
Right.
You know, so there's so many ways to use this technology to kind of circumvent what we've seen happen in situations when societies have had these moments occur. You know, learn from our history, go back to the Renaissance and see what happened shortly after. Big guys with big guns destroyed it fucking all, bro.
Yeah, man. And one thing that you said too is like, you know, and this happened to me personally as well. A lot of people that consider themselves artists, maybe not successful in the legacy space, but artists nonetheless, started to get into crypto as like kind of investors or people that were trying to kind of look to the future. And they were always looking for their spot. Like, how can I put my creativity into this space? Because it was new, it's blossoming. There's a lot of opportunities. So I think like you, I mean, I did the same thing. I was like, oh, wow, I can like put my creativity to use here in the art world, and it actually fits into the finance world and the tech world in some beautiful symbiotic way. And it is, like you said, truly a renaissance. What was the moment that kind of prompted your journey, would you say, on that, kind of getting into this?
For like crypto or NFTs?
Yeah, like,
or
what was your kind of like your moment where you just like the clouds opened up, you know?
Let's see. Like I've pretty much always been somewhat interested in traditional markets, you know, like going back even to high school, I was kind of interested in it. And even as a kid, you guys have probably heard of the game RuneScape. They have like an in-game economy on there. So as a kid, that was like where the obsession started. I would literally look at charts of like weapons and armor and buy it when it was low, invest a whole bunch of money, and you can literally make money in the game.
Yeah, there's
by
two types of
playing...
Bitcoin OGs, man. There's the Silk Road Bitcoin OGs, and there's the RuneScape Bitcoin OGs. That's the real OGs.
The ones they don't talk about.
But so that was like, and that was one of those things that, once I started getting into stocks when I was older, I was like, oh, this is cool. This is like, kind of like the same thing, but with like, real money. And it's like, you're able to actually do something with it and stuff. And that almost did me a disservice as far as crypto goes, because a lot of the guys that I was learning traditional stocks from, this is 2014, 15-ish. They were all like, stay away from that shit. That is like, you know what I mean? So everyone that I was listening to learn about traditional markets was pretty heavily anti-crypto at that time. So that strayed me away from it, and then of course, down the line, you're like, I was looking at that shit in 2014 and I got pushed away from it. Everyone's got
like
those
every
stories.
one of Warren Buffett's clients right now.
Yeah.
Everyone's got those stories and stuff. But it wasn't until like later down the road when I kind of like, for a while, I quit my job and just lived in my van. And that's kind of where I developed the love for art.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome.
And me and my two brothers. What's that?
What kind of van?
Chevy G20.
Got the G van.
Yep.
The G-Wagon.
But and during that time, I was kind of dabbling in markets, but more or less broke even for like years. You know what I mean?
Don't make even 2% or 3% on what they have.
Yeah. And a lot of people were like, "Oh, you broke even? You're doing great."
It's like not how it's supposed to be. I thought this was gonna be better than this.
But like I said, I was on the road and I needed money and stuff, so I ended up just slowly pulling money out of my account to use it because it wasn't doing me any good. But then once I came back and got a place to live and stuff again, and started kind of getting more into it and was able to think for myself because I had already learned the basics, that's when crypto started to make sense. And I was like, wait a minute. You know what I mean? And so once I started looking into Bitcoin, you guys know how the addiction just, it just takes hold. And I started pulling pretty large chunks out of my stock portfolio. And then within a couple of weeks, I was all in on crypto. It was just like that, like, there is no comparison. And so I bought into Bitcoin from basically 12,000 all the way down to like 4,000. And it was just like, once it had that like coronavirus dump, like the big one, me and my buddy were just sitting in front of the TV and we were just like, Maybe we were wrong.
Maybe
I
we
don't
fucked up,
I don't
man.
I feel
know.
sad and stupid right now.
Well, and it's one of the, I've heard people say like everyone says like, oh, I would have loved to see Bitcoin crash to $3,500. I would have bought so much, and it's like, no, you wouldn't have. People were scared shitless. Like there were people that were obviously that
Or
ahead
getting
of time, but
greedy,
nobody
hoping it
knew.
would go lower.
Yeah, you need to retrain
Nobody
your mind.
knew what was.
What's your buy signal?
Dude, it should be, yeah. You know.
So that's an alarm going off saying, ding, 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 it's ready. You're ready. Go, 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 go.
Mhm.
Not to quote some other
But-
crypto
and-
guy. I didn't
And
do
from
that on
then,
purpose.
at that point, it was literally like.
I'm stealing it. Screw that. Come at me, dude. I'm taking your phrase. Go, 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 go. Nah, I don't want to do
NFT
it. It sucks. Yeah. Oh, it's NFT all of his stuff.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
What was your first NFT? Like, how was that experience? I'm curious, like, what platform did you use? What issues did you have? And kind of something along the lines of, like, what you wish you knew then that you know now for people that are trying to maybe mint their first NFTs as artists that may have crypto trading experience.
It's one of those things where it's like there are things that would have been helpful in the beginning, but just from where I ended up, I wouldn't have changed anything, I guess. But I used Rarible. It was just a picture of a granddaddy purple nugget that I edited to kind of look all crazy, and then I put it through this like 3D program that kind of stretched it out 3D and made the GIF go back and forth. And I was just like, just messing around, you know, like this is just silly. Threw it up there, went to bed, woke up in the morning, and sold it for $35. And I was just like, are you shitting me? Someone just bought that for $35 and made another one, and then that one sold, and it just kind of like took off from there. Like
Okay.
it was one of those things that I'm like, I'm not sure where this is going or why, but I'm just going to keep doing it, I guess. And it was one of those things where I started just as an artist looking for a way to make money. But then before you know it, you're like, okay, these are cool. And you buy one or two, and then before you know it, now I have like over 100 in my collection. But it was a lot easier back then when gas was $2.
You know, it's interesting you said you sold your first one for, what was that, $35? The
Yeah.
Granddaddy Purple Kush?
Yeah,
Pretty good.
yeah.
I'm curious, do you know what the first resale of that was? Because a lot of people that are listening, they may not know that as an artist, you make a commission on the resale. So you may have only gotten $35 for the original sale, but if that were to go for $3,500, you know, you'd make your commission off of that, which could either be the same or more, depending on the commission rate, than you originally sold it for.
Yeah, and I don't know what like the highest price is, but I've definitely gotten commissions from it. Like that's another thing with artists. It's like you put out a ton of work, like quality work, like good work and stuff, but you put work out that people collect and then resell. I probably once a week I check my MetaMask and have little bits just trickling in that I'm like, where did that come from? All right, sweet. Like, so it's like if you can get your work out there and make quality work that people are going to want to trade and stuff like that, like the secondary sale royalty thing is like such a huge piece of it.
Me and Nathan were talking about the paperclip challenge and doing things, and Nathan's got something up his sleeve, but to talk about it in a different light, you know, artists are doing that in a sense to where, like, you know, the paperclip that somebody may have in their hand that they're trying to trade up to get a house, it could be your paperclip. Yours. You created that paperclip. It's your NFT, it's your art, and now I am the person who has it, and now I'm trying to trade my way up with it to a house.
Yeah, or the Aston Martin building in Miami, which is we're manifesting that.
Yes.
Right.
They're gonna call it the
Dude.
Bro Martin.
So
building.
I think a lot of people miss the real like key to crypto art and NFTs isn't just like, you know, oh, you own this, you own that. It's the ability to verify the ownership of what you do own and the ability to resell something without a doubt of scamming. There's that, oh, if I send them this money on OpenSea, will I get my art in the mail? It's not fucking eBay. It's the blockchain.
Right.
Huge difference.
little bit.
There's a lot of like, you know, things that I think people are trying to attach this to in the legacy industry where it doesn't make any sense to do so. And because they try to use old terminologies and old analogies, and it's dumbing down the real potential that we have to do with this technology, where you could give somebody a free NFT. I sell that for $1 million, you get a 10% commission. That's $100,000 in your pocket for doing nothing but giving me free art.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that is insanely powerful. And especially for things like I imagine for like music and stuff like that, where it's like maybe someone buys an album once, twice, and then the music just gets copied device to device or whatever and shared forever. But it's like if you release music through like NFTs or something like that, then yeah, you're going to continue to get royalties without them just falling off a cliff, like after the hype wears off or whatever. Ooh, what you got there?
Some THC CBD immunity boost edibles.
Nice. Is that a sponsor too?
Kind of, sort of, because we're going to be putting NFTs inside these gummies.
What?
They make like maraca sounds, which is nice.
Are you allowed to elaborate on that project yet or not?
Mm-mm.
All right on.
It's top secret Miami.
That's
stuff.
cool though.
A lot of shit that happened in Miami I'm not going to be allowed to talk about for a while.
There's some pretty crazy things going on there. I don't even know what we're even allowed to say anymore.
I just put it this way: I got a face tattoo for a fucking reason. Like, my life definitely just
Can we get a
changed.
close up?
Yeah, I mean.
I think they deserve this.
Oh yeah, thank you for the compliments in the chat. I got that N.
Oh yeah.
The N, the F, and the T.
Non-fungible tat.
He didn't even flinch. It was very cool. He fell asleep a little bit.
I was so tired though.
You're like, I can't take credit.
I was taking advantage of the situation where I could just lay down and nap and get something done at the same time. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think that's the Miami lifestyle.
So you guys got any crazy stories from Miami you are allowed to tell?
Oh my god, so many. Oh, so many, bro. Oh shit. All right, let me start with what me and Miggy did, and I'll let Nathan jump in with one of his.
I don't even know. I can't tell.
Yeah, you can't tell this. He'll get fired.
We're doing
All
whale
right.
stuff. Over here.
Whale stuff, like Moby Dick over here.
I just did. That's an elephant. What am I doing?
I don't know. I made an elephant sound.
Yeah,
I mean, elephants and whales are the same. Just one's underwater, one's above water.
Elephants,
Acoustics, right?
just another word for land whale.
But
You know?
anyway, shout out to Miggy, my bro. Bro, we were at a hotel called the Intercontinental, right? And
For a
this
week.
shit is like $500 a night for no reason. Practically no reason. Hear me out. There's no fucking pool. They have a pool. It's full of water. It looks beautiful. It looks heated.
Who's
Had a giant fence around it so we couldn't go swimming in the hotel pool. That's $500 a night. So we decided to go next door to the hotel that had a pool that was open and take over their pool
Yeah.
without anybody's permission.
It was cool.
Miggy had the genius idea to put this on Eventbrite, and we sold $1 tickets, $3 tickets. It was just a meme. It was for fun.
It was cool.
But it was a way to let people know, hey, at 4:20, Ken Bozak's going to be at the pool next door because we don't have a pool here. Dude, like 40 people showed up, and security was the digital asset, my bro. Yo, he got turned away by security when he showed them his Eventbrite ticket. They said, oh, we don't know what you're talking about. There's no events here. Security comes up to the pool on the roof, bro, and they're like, hey, what's going on? The only people at the pool were the people I invited to that hotel's pool. So we were all like 30 deep at the time. Like, yeah, there's an event. Like, come on, let them in. So basically, I think we convinced security that there was a legit event they just weren't aware of happening.
Yeah, you just let them know. Like,
Yeah.
hey, you guys didn't hear about it probably. Like, I don't want to have to call your boss. This could be real simple. Just go down there. You guys relax. We'll take care of this.
Yeah,
Got it.
we had sponsors. Shout out to Mooney and
Just let it
Wagme and
Wag me,
Mooney.
Mooney.
Mooney hooked everybody up with a beer or two, you know, if you wanted a drink. We got sponsors. It was a very illegitimate event, but we did get sponsors to buy beer for everybody who came to the pool next
Yeah.
door and smoke weed. And
Dude,
And
that
what's
sounds
cool is
awesome.
the Mooney guys, if you lock eyes with them, they'll just yell, Mooney! So, it's fun. It's like going like this to a truck.
yeah,
drive, and they
Investor
honk.
Milton, yes. Me and Miggy were like, we do have an event here. You want to let us go swimming. Yeah, we used the force on them.
Jedi
for
mind
sure.
tricks.
Miss Teen Crypto, you were there.
Hey!
Tell your dad I miss him and I love him, and I'll see you at the Shitcoin 2021,
Can't wait.
which I'll talk about later. But yeah, I mean, do you have anything that you wanted to talk about? Because you were there for a few things.
Shit. What am I allowed to say? This is horrible. I went to like VIP section of a nightclub with an actress and a famous person, and we just got free stuff all night. That was cool. I don't remember really what else happened that night, but me and somebody else
Well, I mean, it
is a
must have been
whale
fun.
were at a drugstore at 3 a.m. buying lunch meat, and that's how we had a good night.
3 a.m. lunch meat.
3 a.m. mesquite turkey, bro.
You know,
That's the best kind.
that's
my
the kind of
favorite
whales I want to bro with. Is whales that can
So-
eat CVS food at 3 a.m.
Also, there was a guy, I think he might have been a zombie, unfortunately. I'd watch out if you're in the Miami area.
Florida man.
There is a zombie running around.
Unfortunately.
This dude, he tried to bite me for sure. I don't know if he knows that, but I felt
Oh
it.
yeah, you're in Florida, so.
Yeah. It's Florida's
Dude, so
crazy.
how is? I keep seeing things about Miami being super crypto progressive. How was it like
They don't
outside
accept
of the
crypto
event?
anywhere.
They don't accept, we tried to spend crypto everywhere we went. That's the fakest statement we've ever heard. Fuck Miami.
Yeah.
Fuck their mayor. Dude, we turned down a meeting with the mayor because the dude's a poser as far as I'm concerned.
Really?
Really. I can't use crypto in Miami anywhere I fucking
Yeah.
go. Anywhere. But they're going to promote it like you can. Dude, you're pumping your own bags. That's all they're doing. They're
Yeah.
real estate bags. I'm not buying it.
Uh,
People didn't even know what crypto
well,
was.
that's good to know. That's why I asked because I haven't gotten
Although
a
in
chance to go and
Austin-
actually see it.
We were in Austin, Texas, and I saw a Tezos bus. So maybe Austin is
What?
like the weird, interesting crypto city that people aren't talking about.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think the trick is like you just see certain places, just look for Bitcoin stickers on the windows, and if not, put them there, and then eventually like it'll just happen. Like if you build it, they will come.
Yeah, I used to do
Dude, I
that a
tried
lot.
it.
I went to McDonald's. Every time I went to one, I would put Bitcoin now accepted stickers on their doors. So when people would walk in, they would ask if they actually accepted Bitcoin just to get like that started.
Oh, yeah,
maybe,
totally.
I don't know. Maybe one day it'll do something. But yeah,
Yeah,
he's
because
right.
the
Do
owner
more of
goes,
that.
people keep asking, we take Bitcoin. Maybe we should take Bitcoin.
Right? For sure, dude.
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
I'm trying to share out the link right now. There we go. I shared
Share
it
that
in
link,
my,
dude.
in my
Damn,
Telegram.
man. Share it already.
Oh man. Yeah, there's okay, so the only thing I wanted to do in Miami was rent a jet ski. And
Didn't
we
you?
were there for like 2 weeks and I never had the opportunity. But we did get to go to one of the world's largest cannabis farms
I forgot about that.
on the West Coast.
What the fuck? East Coast.
East Coast.
Yeah,
Wait,
He's-
what?
Yeah, left coast, west coast.
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah.
so high.
I got you. I got
Thanks to
you.
the cannabis farm.
Well, far West Coast, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Miami's East Coast. So yeah, the largest cannabis farm in the East Coast.
We straight up exchanged genetics with like weed plants.
So, dude, that's
I'm not
awesome.
gonna
So
lie.
here, this is a fear of mine that I want to ask you about. Have you ever like messed up a crypto transaction because you were too stoned?
Always. Yeah, a few times.
Yeah, of course.
Like where you lose money? Like
Yes.
what's the most you've ever lost? If you don't have to reveal it
If
if you
we
don't
do
want
it
to,
at
but what's the
today's
most?
value, a lot more than I'd like to mention.
I'm only at, like,
We're
700.
probably at like 6 figures.
Yeah.
Like easy 6-figure mistakes I've made. I made a YouTube video where I was doing a Bitcoin paper wallet and I fucked up 0.1 Bitcoin on a paper wallet. So that's 0.1 gone just right from the get-go. I made a lot of how-to videos and tutorials, and the only way you fucking know how to make a how-to video is to go through it and learn it enough that you know what
Right.
not to do by doing the wrong. I lost a lot. Yeah, a lot. So at
Dude, that's
today's
seriously one of my
prices,
biggest
I
fears,
probably
like-
lost way more than I still have left.
And if you're regularly sending transactions, you lose a lot too. Just
Yeah,
from-
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, there's so often where I'm like about to do something, I'm just like, I'm just gonna wait a couple hours so I like make sure I have this straight.
Yeah.
We were literally having that discussion the other night where it's like, we might be too high to move this much money. Maybe we should like wait a little bit, even though we know. And then Nathan's like, all right, let's do this. He did it. He's like, yo, can you check my homework? I checked his homework. And I was like, all right, bro, I checked your homework. Now check the homework that I checked. And then we checked it again. And Yeah, the gas fee probably had to change 4 times by the time we were like, yeah, everything looks right.
We were discussing the irony of pushing adoption of this technology that none of us even trust. Like,
We don't even
Yeah,
trust
right,
ourselves
yeah,
enough
right.
to use
we're
it.
like, you need it. This is the future. Like, you've got to do this, or you're losing out. You're like, it's like missing out on property in Malibu in the '60s, you know.
Well,
And then we're like afraid to even use this stuff.
well, different blockchains scare me in different
Right.
ways. Like Ethereum's failed transactions scare the fuck out of me because I'm wasting so much
Yeah.
money, bro. So, and it
Yeah.
usually happens when I'm trying to claim some kind of like staked token rewards for some reason or whatever I'm getting from staking. I hit claim.
Yeah.
1 out of 10 times, bro, it fucking fails. And I'm like, well, there goes all the money I thought I was going to make on the claim.
Yeah, same with like probably 1 out of 10 or 20 Uniswap transactions
Yep.
that happens to me with. And it's just like, what the fuck, dude?
Oh, man. I don't want to be too much of a bummer, but you're right. Like, it is, and I've said this before, we're not ready for mass adoption. We really got to start just pushing mass awareness. You know, once people are aware, then we can get to like mass, you know, understanding where they know more about it. They're not just rumors and knowing the word, but they
Mhm.
understand. And then we can get to the mass adoption. But we're
don't-
leapfrogging a lot of steps. It's almost like we're giving people cars for free and not asking them to go get a driver's license and hoping nobody gets
Mhm.
hurt.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good analogy.
There's so much irony built into everything that we do in crypto, I think. You know, from like we just said about not trusting the technology that we preach as being this like this kind of deity in the tech world, and then also like just cashing in for fiat constantly after we talk all this shit about the government and the financial system. There's so many levels of irony to what we do. I mean, and then we all like pump things that we don't believe in. We buy projects that we don't believe in. I don't know. It's an interesting space all of a sudden.
Yo, do you sell other people's art that you buy, or do you only sell your own art that you make?
NFTs, I sell other people's NFTs too.
Okay, so it was, if you don't mind, like, what was like the most hard to part with
Good question.
art piece, you know, and why did you part with it?
Ooh, hold on. I'm gonna have to. Let me.
You want to screen share? Because I can give you that. Security, screen share. You have the ability to share your screen, sir.
If you want.
Cool.
It seemed like it. I read his mind, I hope.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up my Rarible and do a look through real
Oh,
quick.
We're mind readers for sure. We read some minds in Miami. We had a
I
little
think
booth.
that's why we got along with so many people.
Yeah, we had a kissing booth in Miami, and we just passed COVID tests.
Yeah, I swear to God, he did. I haven't taken mine yet, but I mean, like,
We're together. I mean,
it's like when your wife gets an STD test when she goes to the gynecologist. Do you really need to go to get yours too? I mean, if you're faithful. If you're faithful.
I don't like this analogy, sir. I'm calling you.
You're
out.
my spouse, and you got tested, and I feel comfortable now that I don't have to get tested.
I'm your crypto spouse.
You are my 100% crypto spouse.
Yeah.
Oh wait, let me try to
Can
make
you guys-
this bigger for the audience. That's what.
We're same decks married. Right?
Same
Let's
Dex
see.
married? Whoa. You got to start trademarking things before you say them out loud.
I know. I've given away a lot of them. People should see the list of shit that I wrote down this weekend.
All right, I'm stretching out the live stream for the
Oh.
audience so they
Look
can
at the
see
comment.
it.
Oh,
I know what
Who's
it
the
was.
I mean, clearly.
I'm pretty powerful.
I'm such a sub.
I'm like 6'4".
I'm like
Wait, so
5'9".
are you guys seeing my?
Yeah. We can see it, man. We're
Yeah.
live stream. I just had to
Okay,
like
cool.
stretch it so the audience could see it a little bit bigger.
Okay, cool, dude. I really like those ARC cards. You know what ones I'm talking about? Him and I like started making the NFTs right around the same time. So we did like a lot of trading and just like talking back and forth and stuff. But these are some of the ones that I always wish I would have hung on to just because they're like, yeah, crazy expensive now. But his are so cool.
Can you click on a single one
And
to
dude,
blow it up a little bit? Unfortunately, it's
Yeah,
not
what's
too
your
small,
favorite?
but the way I'm using my monitor right now, it's hard to see. So yeah, can you
Okay.
show us your favorite?
Yeah, I'll show you the one that
Give me faves.
it hasn't been sold in a while, so it's way down here. All right, I'll just grab a random one. This is one that I had right here.
It's funny how people are that into their collectibles. Like I'm happy it's happening to where you're like, oh no, this one, no, this one.
So when was this
It's very
created,
cool.
bro?
Let's see here.
awesome. I could see.
Lagging a little bit here. 28 weeks ago. So what's that? Yeah, that's around August-ish, right? Around when I started.
Like 6-7 months or something.
But yeah, that his pizzas were so sick, and he had the one that was.
Is that the trade
it was
history on that thing right there?
Oh yeah, hold on.
That long laundry list of trade history right there?
That's pretty wild.
Dude, congratulations. How many mints of these are there out there? Is that a 1 of 1?
No, this one is of 10.
Oh, nice,
And-
nice.
Dude, it was so cool because like I said, we started at like the same time, and I was just watching him blow up from like, because he was selling them like super cheap, like didn't really realize like how much people were gonna like him, and then all of a sudden he'd be, this is the one that I was looking for. Then all of a sudden he started posting them, and then he'd be sold out in like 5 minutes, like, or actually not even like a minute. But this is the first one that I ever saw of his, and I tried to buy one, and they were sold out too quick. And then before I knew, they were selling them for, let's see, back then he was selling them for 0.1 when ETH was like, what, $300-400 or something like that.
Mm.
And before I knew it, people were selling them for like
Nice.
5 ETH and 4 ETH and shit.
Wow.
Which is crazy because it went
But-
up on both ends. Of
So
the
do you
spectrum.
value your art in Ethereum or dollars?
Mm.
Oh, Ethereum, for sure.
That's what I'd imagine most collectors do. And I feel like a lot of the spectators on the outside of this world we're in, I think they're valuing, or they think we value it in dollars. And I think they don't understand. They're like, why would you sell 1 Ethereum for 1 NFT? It's like, well, I'm either going to only accept 1 Ethereum back no matter what, or I'm just going to keep
Yeah.
my art. Like, what do you mean? But
Yeah.
what if Ethereum
Well,
goes to $1 million? I'm like, well, this piece of art cost 1 Ethereum. I'm going to want at least 1.1, so I'm going to make 1,100,000. I mean, I don't see what
Right.
you're missing here.
Yeah. At least
Right.
an extra dollar.
Yeah, and it's an interesting like yeah, it's an interesting mindset
gotta
shift that
fix
happens
this.
the deeper you get into crypto. Like when I first got into Bitcoin, I was like, dope, this will be an avenue to make more money. But then as you make more money in Bitcoin, you're like, well, now I don't want to change it back into dollars. I just want to keep the Bitcoin. Like, so it's like, yeah, this mindset shift that the deeper you go into crypto, you just shift more and more into that. Like I probably never going to cash out into dollars other than when I need them for like bills and stuff like that. But
That's the difference between
like-
an investor and a collector, I think, too, is that like the collector is always going to value the art as the currency, whereas the investor is going to say, how can I convert this? And what's the most effective mechanism for doing that? So like that's why some choose certain, platforms. And even more than that, I think that's just greed driven too. There's not even a lot of appreciation involved in like investor driven art purchases these days.
yeah. Well, and that's like a kind of a tough piece of it because there's like part of me that's like, am I so excited about making this digital art only because I'm making money off of it? Or, you know what I mean? Or am I actually, is this what I would be doing otherwise? You know what I mean? And it's like a weird mindset because you can't really think of the other side. You just have to,
I focus
I
on
do-
what I can do for my community with the NFTs I sell. It's like
Same.
I sold a $1 NFT and it went for $100 on the secondary market within the first hour.
It's crazy.
So
Damn.
420 people
Dude.
gave me $1 and 420 people almost got $100 return on that dollar from a collector, somebody who missed out on the dollar drop and said, it's worth it because I wanted this NFT. And I make, the commission, but it's what? I set mine to 15% because I wanted to counter the, the scalpers and, flippers. And if, they can't make, whatever, if there's a 15% commission, it really deters people that you might not otherwise want collecting your art that are only trying to flip it. But
Sure.
I make 15% on all the secondary sales. So I made more money on the secondary sales from the first dollar. I was making $15. So now I made $16 in the first hour on one piece of art from $1 to the 15. But I focus on the $85 that that other person made and how happy the other person was to give it to them. That's what
For
keeps
sure.
me like centered, is like I'm doing so much for the community, and
Hmm.
they're
And
doing so much for me. It's so cyclical
Yeah.
that it's sustainable with love.
for sure, dude.
Yeah, and
For
these
sure.
things move the needle in a lot of different ways. You're
Yeah.
adding to people's just day-to-day happiness. That's going to help them make better art, spread love, and then their art's going to carry a message long after they're gone because they put the correct emotions into it. They thought out the right message. They marketed things properly. I know I say it a lot, but it needs to be more like heavily stated, I think, with a stronger hand, that we are in an art, tech, finance renaissance, and we should probably call it something.
Oh,
Mhm.
Wall Street's giving away NFTs in the chat, so I just want to shout
Ooh.
out Wall Street. Thank you very much, man. I love that you're doing this. I
wanna-
gave you my address. What's your address again? I'll type it in real quick, bro.
Ooh.
It should be up here top.
Yeah, I got it. I don't usually use the app here.
All right, it is OL2QY.WAM. That's Nathan's Wall Street. Thank you very much, man. I love free art. It's my favorite art.
Hell yeah. It
I
is.
also love to buy art because it's my favorite way to help a friend out. You know, when you know a friend's in need and they may not even be a professional artist, but
Yeah.
you know, this is the direction I feel like a lot of, you know, people are going to go. We've seen the adoption of GoFundMe's and Patreons and Kickstarters, and I feel everything that
Mhm.
we've seen and learned from that is will be applied here, and it already has for me. Like I see
Absolutely.
a friend of mine that needs, you know, some help and they're selling NFTs. I'm like, well, I'll buy some NFTs from you. It's like way cooler than sending you PayPal or whatever, because, you know, and I just think that's where we're going to be headed in a different direction than what we see now, is where people are just buying things for the sake of like making money. I think people are going to start buying things for the sake of helping each other. And I'm just curious, where do you see that as an artist, where like the Red Cross and artists may be able to disrupt what charities are doing?
Dude, it's so awesome that you asked me that because I literally just finished a piece this morning that's like the kind of the first piece in a new project that is the whole idea. I'm stoked that you asked me that because I want to share this with you.
Definitely.
Let me screen share again.
I felt
real
like
quick.
you wanted me to ask you that, and people are going to feel like this was staged, but I'm
Dude,
just that fucking good.
I was gonna say it's amazing that that's not staged because I literally just started a
Give away
project
Super
like
Bowl
this.
property.
Okay. Let's do it.
I can do it if I want to.
You can.
I can do whatever I want.
Ask them if they have an Ethereum name service address, and we comment. We'll pick a random person. Hey,
Hmm.
if you have an Ethereum
Oh.
name service, an ENS.ETH, like KenBozak.ETH, if you have that Ethereum name service, comment your Ethereum name service wallet, and Nathan will pick a random person to give a plot of Superworld land to.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
And check it out.
So this piece that I just finished this morning
Oh, that's
is
crazy.
That's a photograph of a dude named Russ, and Russ lives on. From Erie, Pennsylvania. Russ lives on the streets in Erie, PA, and he came up to me the other day. I was walking around taking pictures with my new camera that I was telling you guys about, and he asked me for $1, and I was like, "I'll tell you what, I'll trade you for a photograph." So I took a couple pictures of him, and I told him that if I made any money off of it, that I'd come back and find him and split it with him. And so that got me like just so like stoked to come home and work on it. So I've been working on it for a few days now, and I'm kind of trying to decide where I want to start doing this, like where I want to release it and put it out. I kind of want to put it somewhere where it could be like an auction just to see like what it could generate or whatever. But
Atomic
trying to figure
Hub,
out
you
what
can
it-
start it at $1. I start all my auctions at 1 wax.
maybe I will do that because I'm trying to figure out where the best place is to mint this. I was gonna do it on Ethereum, but I did just like a trial, like click the mint button just to see what it was gonna cost. $200, no thanks.
No, dude.
Even
no,
though
no.
gas is so low, it's still gas is getting lower, but the price is going up. So it's like, well, what the fuck? But
That's
so
exactly
I need to figure.
the paradox Nathan, I think, is trying to explain to a lot of people in the Ethereum space from like the biz side of things. But
Yeah, it's
yeah,
not
you
working
hit
as
the
well.
nail on the head as an artist, that's for sure. Maybe that's what'll
But
click for
the
them.
Yeah,
the
and that's
issue
the thing,
is,
there's a
dude, I have.
disconnect between the persona and the use case, and like what's best for each persona. Each human being should be using a different chain for a different reason until there's true
Oh, and
interoperability.
real quick, I just want to mention I have you up on my computer screen over here. So sometimes it looks like as soon as you start talking, I look away from you, but I'm actually looking at you on my computer
it's
screen.
fine.
So I just don't want you to be
Sometimes
like,
there's like a
man, this
delay.
dude looks away from me every time I start talking.
No, it's fine. I actually like this side. I used to have my monitor set up like that, and I would have the camera on the side where they could actually see just the side of me and my monitor and workstation.
Mm,
I kind of like those angles because I had a lot of anxiety doing this podcast up until 2021. To be honest, I finally stopped having anxiety, and I've been doing Not Another Bitcoin podcast since like 2016. So yeah, it's been a thing. So whenever I feel
This
like
is my
anxious,
this
I
is
just don't look at the camera.
Yeah,
this is the first time I've ever done one other than me and my friend do a live stream on his Facebook every morning where he talks
Oh,
about
we're
crypto
live on
because he.
Facebook, we're live on Twitter, we're live on YouTube, we're live on DLive, we're live on a few platforms simultaneously.
How do you set it up to stream everywhere at once?
I use Restream.io. They have a free setting for like 5 platforms simultaneously, and for like $20 a month, you can use like a lot. It's like kind of God mode.
RE stream.
Yeah,
Restream?
RE stream. Yeah,
Yeah.
Restream.
Okay. So,
Restream.
yeah, that's pretty sweet. But yeah, it's something I want to do more because I gotta like you said, I got
Well, no,
anxiety about it. I
I
gotta
want
get
to
out
get
of my
back to
shell.
that project that you were talking about because that shit's amazing. Me and Nathan have been speculating on different concepts and ideas, and I don't even think we've come across something like that as a thought.
Yeah.
Everything we've done is like, hey, let's do this really complicated idea. It's going to take like a year to be impactful.
It would be amazing to set, these people up with some sort of wallet address, divide the smart contract, and give them a royalty so that like your artwork is maybe providing them with a living someday.
Yeah, but you know how hard it is to
Right.
use crypto? I mean, even in
Well,
the crypto
dude.
city of America.
Yeah, you have to move to Miami and then ask about 100 people, and
Still
one of them will
finds-
let you use it.
No.
Still fine.
So when I was
We
walking
were offering
around,
people like, we'll give you $1,000, just set up a wallet, and they're like, nah, maybe later.
I'm
It's
dead
like,
serious. We tried to give many people thousands of dollars, and I was like, all right, they're
Yeah.
really not interested.
It's unfortunate. People don't want, $100,000 in like 10 years.
dude,
It's crazy.
I don't know what it is. Some people like a reason to be miserable so they don't have to like try hard or something. It's
It will
like
occur to 'em in 10 years.
I don't know what it is.
Have you ever
Or
offered
is there-
anybody an NFT, a piece of art in like your I want to say regular circles, not the crypto Twitter circles, but you're just, average, before, you know what I mean, right? Have you ever offered them like a piece of art or an NFT as like a gift and they've turned it down?
Maybe like when I first got into it, yeah, but my friends have all seen how this has gone,
Okay.
so they're all kind of gotten into it at this point. But yeah, maybe in the beginning, people were definitely just kind of like, including myself. Like the first couple times I heard of NFTs, I was just kind of like, like I don't get it. It is whatever. And then I'd hear another story, and then another story, and then I'm like, that's when I was just like, you know what, fuck it, I'll throw this weed nugget piece of art that I made on there, and then. Next thing I know, it's like totally consumed my life. Because
The
I mean, like I
dumbest
said,
thing
that's
that
what I.
clicked for me was kind of like, I mean, Ethereum's money, right? It's just money. So if I took like a $10 bill or whatever, a $1 bill, and I drew a purple a Kush nugget on a dollar bill, then it's still $1, but with art on it. So it's I don't know, it's art on currency. It made sense to me that it was like, it took what was fungible. $1 is equal to $1. But if I had $1 with a piece of art from Nathan, $1 of a piece of art with it from yours, those $2 aren't equal just because they have art on it, or equal with other dollars that have no art on it, even if their more denominations are bigger, right? It has no art. Even if you have a whole Ethereum and I only have this $1 worth that made this art, it's still worth more to me than that because it doesn't have this on it. Something about that really made it easier for me to kind of grasp like what NFTs were. It's like, oh, it's Bitcoin as a dollar with art on it. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's going to evaluate in two ways. You know, the art itself may become more valuable, and the asset that's, you know, like valued upon is going to become more valuable.
Totally. And it's like a lot of people that don't see the value in it. It's like, cool, well, it's art. So I guess that piece just isn't for you. You don't have to think it's worth that. Someone else does, you know? Like,
yeah, it's like if the Mona Lisa was on a gold canvas that was traceable around the globe, you know?
Wow. I mean, well, that's essentially what people
I'm gonna
say
start
about
calling you Michael
jewelry,
Saylor
right?
with that one.
There's gold collectors that rather just have bricks of bullion, and then there's people who much rather have their gold as a necklace, right? Taking that currency and doing something with proof of work to make it non-fungible to a brick of bullion that isn't a necklace, even though they weigh the same in gold.
A brick of bullion.
And that was my medium of art before I got into digital art and NFTs, was jewelry with silver and gold and gemstones and stuff. So that was what I did for 5-6 years, and then I've spent the last almost a year now just messing around on my computer. And I had like a pretty basic ass computer setup when I first started, and then I made a decent amount of money. So that was the first thing I upgraded. I built a badass computer for.
Oh, shit.
You should combine the two. You know,
dude,
like
that was one of the first things I did. By honest,
the info in it, and you scan it. There you can see and buy and
dude,
sell the NFT, like we've seen.
I have
projects trying to do right now, and then you have like some amazing jewelry to go with it.
So here's like a piece. This is one of those ideas that it's just like on the back burner, but it's kind of that where I'd have like a piece of jewelry and then one of these little NFC tags, near field communication, so that if you can program that with the URL to NFT link, which would be like the ownership of this or whatever, with all the information on it, you could see the list of ownership, the history, who all bought it, how much, when. And then all you would have to do is, it would probably be, you wouldn't want that maybe not on your piece of jewelry, but in the box or whatever. Or maybe if you could implant that under a sheet of metal thin enough, or I don't know, you'd have to figure it out. But then all you have to
RFID, bro. If you're already using NFC, you could step the game up. You could use RFID and take it to a whole new level.
Yeah, you can go crazy. Just combine those.
So that's something I've been kind of playing with too. And here, while I'm here,
like a 2FA for your art as a physical 2FA. Absolutely.
Yeah, so definitely combine.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Because when you said that's what you used to do, it's like, okay, like now you're going, like if you just do this the right way, you're going to a different level than possible before.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. That's amazing.
Silver, gold, diamonds. The back is hand engraved. I don't know if you can see that or not.
How did you use your hands for that?
And you said there's diamonds in there?
It's like Honey, I Shrunk the Artist.
There's diamonds?
Yeah, there's diamonds in there.
Oh, shit.
Did you like Twitch live stream the creation process? Because I'm really trying to push more artists to be live streamers.
I'm going to try to do that soon.
No, but
you should. It'd be cool.
Now that that's kind of why I want to start. That's why I got this camera, and that's why I've been wanting to do more things like talking to people like you guys, just to get used to.
Dude, just shut up and show me how you made that art. Like, what? Holy shit, dude. I would watch. I mean, I don't know how you did it. I would watch. And then that's how you end up getting people that go from like viewers to collectors real quick. You know, like what's a super chat is a purchase, right? Or what's a subscriber? You know, that's a member, like to your, you know, your collection. So I really feel like you would kill it doing like showing people, and also what you'd be doing, not only selling your art, you'd be documenting the process of your art and educating artists to also be able to do what you're doing. Like, you know, free education, dude, is important, and people that have it. We have the responsibility to share it. That's why I make sure I try to dedicate this hour every day to the community to do a podcast, because I feel like it's my responsibility at this point.
Yeah, it's another level of verification you can give yourself. Like, look, here's me making it.
Right. You didn't just get it made in China.
This is my thing for sure.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Not if there's anything wrong with
Yeah,
it.
I'm just
And-
saying, like people may assume and not know, right? So
Right.
we have the more verified and the
sure.
less trust. I think adds a lot to collectors. I mean, synonymous artists may not do as well. It may take longer for synonymous artists to do well because collectors have to have that trust that you won't rug pull or go away or maybe be a toxic person that's going to do something that may destroy the value of your art because cancel culture, right? So being able to know who your artist is and how the art is made, I think is very important to collectors, not just the day traders of the NFT space, but the people that really want to buy your shit and hold it for life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a really, really good point. And like you said, with like once you like have a certain amount of knowledge, yeah, you kind of do have a responsibility to pass it on because it's like number one, I guess you can't take it with you, and number two, it's like shit. Where was I
Well,
going?
I mean, a lot of legacy artists, play things close to chest. They don't want to share their secrets. They don't want to let people know how the process is done because it's if you do what they're doing, it's like I don't know. It's so disrespectful in the legacy art space to do similar art styles. And I always thought that it would be complimentary, but it's still, what is it? What is it?
Imitation is the best form of flattery.
That one. I was
Yeah.
digging for that.
I was
My
gonna let
brain
you have
focus
it.
wasn't going to come out of my mouth. But what he said, not happening, unfortunately. But in NFTs,
and the other
I
thing,
see it.
The other thing with crypto and art is like the more you learn about it and get more comfortable with it, you start to forget like what's basic to people. So like there's a lot of stuff that's super just second knowledge to me that I can just rattle off and explain to people that will really help them. That to me, I'm like, oh my God, like that was helpful to you. Like you forget, you don't know how much you actually know because it just becomes second nature. And then you're on the next level up. You know what I mean? Like the other day, I was talking to someone about, I think I mentioned a short position. They were like, what's shorting? And I was like, I was just like, oh my God, I can't.
Money on the way down.
Like, it's like, but it's just a reminder. Like there's people that like, I forget that that's so basic that there's still people that can be helped explaining stuff like that. You know what I mean? And to me, it's just like something I learned so early on that it's, just second nature at this point. So it's like, I think people have a lot more to offer as far as teaching people stuff than they realize.
Facts.
Because they don't even realize like the basics or how far they've come.
Oh man, we don't have a lot of this with NFT stuff. Could you imagine if you could set a stop loss for your NFT on OpenSea in case Ethereum starts to moon or something or drop? Like we don't even have that level of marketplace or exchangeability, but I think it's coming very soon. There's so much money on the table for somebody to offer that quality level of NFT purchasing or selling where I could people are going to margin trade their NFTs, bro. They're going to be leveraging NFTs.
Yeah,
but it's not just because of the art. We can put Ethereum into it. You can back your art. You can nest other NFTs inside your NFTs. There's a lot of things that are going to be done with NFTs outside of just what we've seen with art with utility. It's almost like if you could design an ETF or a certificate or a peace bond or a CD for a bank, I could go down to Wells Fargo and get a strange BTC peace bond or whatever, right? And be like, oh, look, exactly, why not?
That's the thing. We live in a why not culture. So if you can dream it, you can do it right now.
For sure.
I want to wrap things up and let you have the chance to let the audience know where they can kind of get in touch with you and start to, check out what you're doing and maybe pick up a piece of art.
Yeah, Strange BTC at Strange BTC on Twitter is like where I do all my digital art and crypto NFT related stuff, and then on Instagram, Eschaton Art, ESKATON Art. That's where I do more of my like traditional art, like my paintings and jewelry and just engraving and stuff like that. That was my like original art account, and then my Twitter is what I've been using for my digital NFT stuff. So those are probably the best places.
Definitely combine them, like we said, though, and you're gonna go from doing amazing to amazing. I don't know. I couldn't think of it. So like, repeat it.
Yeah. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
I appreciate you coming on the show, man. Thank you so much, bro. And
yeah, dude, thanks for having me. We'll have to do it again.
We're gonna
sometime.
have to get you on wax with the project that you're doing with the disenfranchised.
I'm on wax. I've messed around on it a little bit, so I'm ready to go. But yeah, I need to figure out
just take my hand.
Take our hands. Ride our magic.
I got you, bro. Do you trust me?
Cool.
I love it. No, but I mean, I'd love to show you a hands-on how-to with wax because I like to teach a man how to fish and make myself very irrelevant after the first conversation. You know what I mean? So we'll get through everything, and I would definitely put in the first bid.
And obviously, yeah, you've got like a huge following, so that would be super helpful for getting that out for more people to see it and stuff like that.
Well,
Because I think that's a really cool
my
project.
money, bro, is help people. So the
Dude,
more I can help
and that's
people,
like-
and the more people make it easier for me to help people, the more I want to help them.
And it's like a win-win-win-win. Like I get
All
a cool piece of art to add to my portfolio. Someone gets a dope piece of art for their collection. This dude might make a couple $100 or more. You get to use it for your media following or whatever. Like it's just a win-win-win-win-win-win-win.
Yeah,
Like,
you got to remember one rule always in this game and everything that you do in life is you can have anything that you want as long as you don't stop anyone else from having what they want.
Yep.
One more
Beautiful.
thing.
Yes.
A 1 cent NFT, a 1 of 1. And it's coming out today, right?
Oh yeah, it's right. We're doing a 1 cent 1 of 1 mint 1 of 1 NFT thing. Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot all about that.
It's gonna drop later days. Check it out. It's gonna be
You almost
the
forgot
first
your own
in a new
plug.
thing that I'm doing. It's gonna be mega. So we're bringing
Hell
fine
yeah.
art to wax, and we're doing
Beautiful.
something pretty crazy.
Yeah, man, I can't wait.
You're not even gonna know what's happening
It's
until
gonna be
happening.
pretty crazy.
It's
All
cool.
right, everybody, make sure you go follow Strange BTC on Twitter.
Strange
Go ahead and
BTC.
check out the art. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And as always, have a day.
Have a day. We love you. Bye.
Later, guys.
Hello, happy bros. Hey, you're about to get a face full of the Ken Bozak. He's a mentor. That's what I heard. He's a connector. Oh yeah. He's a brilliant leader. I've seen it. He's Ken Bozak. Oh, happy bro. You gotta get some Bitcoin and hold it. Happy bros. You gotta get those NFTs and you gotta hodl that stuff. You gotta hodl it. 'Cause I'm Ken bro. We got your Bitcoin, bro. He's an original. Buy some NFTs and hold them. How many times does he have to tell you? Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. 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 Yeah, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Bro, we're going to the moon. Oh yeah, we're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. Real high. Yep. Real high. Hello, happy bros. Come get some Ken Bozak.